Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to this special video of me, your boy FIFA 1 HD, where we're going to look at 5 unbelievably cheap and effective BPL midfielders that you have to buy. We're going to start off with Oscar, but before we do, it would mean a great deal to me if you would hammer that like button below, hit the subscribe if you haven't already, and if you have used any of these players, or if there's any of that I've missed that you've been using that you think I should know about, leave them in the comments below. I love to hear what you guys are doing on FIFA 17. So Oscar, back to Oscar. What a player this guy is. He's unbelievably cheap for a player that plays for Chelsea, who's got great stats, and he's a very popular player and always has been. Oscar's brilliant, and his dribbling, his pace, he's got everything you'd want in a cam. He's got silky footwork. His dribbling, like I said, is phenomenal. Very precise, very controlled, very nice indeed. His shooting is neat and tidy too. He's definitely going to pop up with some goals for you, which is always good in that sort of attacking position. His pace is very good. He moves around the pitch very quickly. Probably feels higher than 77 in all honesty. Feels more like an 80, 81, 82 because he really does move, and I think that's because of his good agility and balance. That he does move across the pitch very easily, very gracefully, and really does sort of get across fast. His passing is also superb and feels way better than 79. Very precise with his through balls, with his short and long passing. So definitely recommend Oscar. I think he's an absolute must-have player this game, especially for when you're starting off and you just want to sort of progress that a little bit. So he's maybe just in between starter squad and that sort of mid-range squad where you're spending a little bit more coinage. I think I picked him up for about sort of 3,000 coins. His price has gone up a little bit more now, but even if you're paying sort of 7 or 8, you're getting an absolute bargain. But you should be able to pick him up for between sort of 5 and 6, I would have thought, and that price will fall quite considerably because there are a lot of this card about. We move on now to Deulofeu, and this guy is incredibly popular because everyone that's a really good winger in the Premier League seems to be on the left side this year. I don't know whether you guys have noticed that as well, but there is a bit of a lack of really good right midfielders who've got loads of pace and really good dribbling, and Deulofeu's right up there. He's got superb dribbling, as you can see, 87, which just makes going past people an absolute breeze. It's so easy. He just cuts inside with precision, with accuracy. The ball never leaves his foot. It's so good. Makes getting past players and getting into the box so easy. Even if you're not a great skiller or not a great sort of dribbler in the game, with this guy it's not hard at all. And when you combine that with his pace, it's even better. His shooting, obviously 69, doesn't look super attractive, but he's more than clinical enough in the box. He'll finish the chances just the same as most players, so I wouldn't let that put you off. His crossing, his passing, he's okay as well. Feels better than 73. He's currently going for only a couple of grand, so definitely one of the must-have players for a very cheap that's super effective. Now we move on to our third choice, which is Pereyra. This guy is superb in so many ways. Obviously, the standout areas are the pace, dribbling, and passing. In a very similar way to Oscar, but maybe better in a lot of ways. If you compare the stats, he beats him in everything, you know, apart from dribbling. But yeah, what a player he is to use. The only thing with Pereyra is that his stamina really does burn. I really noticed that with this guy. Near the end of the match, he was absolutely flagging. But I think that's also because you're always going to be wanting him on the ball. You know, because he's got such great attributes, you're always giving him the ball. You're always going to be taking advantage of the good pace and running with him, which means he gets used maybe a lot more than other players, and thus that does equate to the poor stamina and him being quite knackered. But overall, his dribbling is brilliant, lovely amount of pace for a sort of centre attacking mid, which is where I would play him, and his passing is also very good. In a similar fashion to Deulofeu, his shooting, while it says 66, is more than that. By far, it feels way better, and you'll definitely be able to score some good goals with him. Now, our fourth and penultimate choice is Boufal. This guy is phenomenal in so many ways, so similar to Deulofeu in terms of Great pace, fantastic dribbling, but he just has that little bit more in the shooting department, this guy. Great for finesse shots. Get him on your free kicks. He's brilliant at those too. Even though the stats may not suggest it, I found him very, very good. But so, not quite as quick as some of the wingers you might be using, but still very fast. His agility and his balance and his low centre of gravity for me made him a very, very attractive player down the wing. He really got past his men very, very quickly. And when he was surrounded or when he was boxed in, he's got such great dribbling that he can get out no problem at all. Currently going for around sort of 3 to 4k. Not much at all to pay for what is a phenomenal card. And our final choice, and maybe surprising to some, but anyone who's seen my starter squad builder knows that I have raved about this guy, which is Leroy. Look at those stats. He's brilliant in every area. You could play him at centre attacking mid, centre midfield or CDM and he would do you a great job, no question. I put him at CDM because he will make the odd run, and as you'll see in some of these clips, he scored me a couple of goals from that position, which is always good, but he just seems to win the ball back so easily. He moves the ball well when he does have it. He covers a lot of ground, closing people down, pushing them into areas away from the goal. Very, very good player for virtually nothing, costing you about £1,000, not much at all. Leroy is a very surprising, very underrated player within this game because he hasn't got a shiny card. Not many people are going to use him. If that card was 80 rated with those stats and it was a shiny rare card, everyone would want him. But because it's a low rating at 76, it's a non-rare, people won't use him as much, but let me tell you, he is phenomenal and definitely worth fitting into your team if you can. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe, and peace. Oh, he's only got and scored on his full debut. Oh, there we go. He's finally arrived. Both of them have scored on their debut, on their proper debut anyway. Lovely jubbly. Great finish, lovely goal. That's got to impress Mark. Bang. Nothing the keeper could have done. Lovely into the corner.